Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rifcal. Oh, and this is Blaster Master Zero. Blaster Master is one of my favorite NES games, one of my favorite platformers of all time. And this is the modern remake. This one has lore for some reason. The lore is terrible, still. It's better than the first, or than the original. So, this game is not a one-for-one remake. It's not a reskin. It is a full-on, they remade the game bottom up. They redesigned a bunch of the levels. They redesigned the systems in it. They made it its own thing, while basically holding to the original ideas of the game. Okay, that intro was terrible. So, I discovered this is sitting on Steam, and I got super excited. I played it through on Game Boy Advance a while ago. I think it was Game Boy Advance? It's your Game Boy Advance or Switch. It's on several different systems. It just got released on Steam. Let's make sure my controller settings are what I'd expect. It's not telling me what I'm assigning it to, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do a game start and see what happens. Now entering Area 1. Is this one of those underground forest areas they made during the last ice age? Hundreds of years have passed, but the ecosystem is alive and well. It seems the preservation system is still functioning somehow. Better still keep my guard up. Never know what could still be here. So right off the bat, music, very close to the same. Controls, similar. Graphics, similar design. Enemies, very similar. This whole forest area is very similar. But, I mean, even the music. This is straight up based on the same music. They have different systems for sub-weapons. There's an actual game map. This is the biggest thing that made me super excited about this game. They basically acknowledged that the game is a Metroidvania and made it a lot more about exploration. So you can see there's a door, Let's see. We start with the missiles, and instead of tracking it separately, you have a meter for your sub-weapons and special abilities. Red signal was definitely being transmitted from the forest area. Receiver was displayed on the map. I guess I'm pretty lucky that Sophia has a functionality like this. Can't help but wonder how Sophia can track the signal, though. I don't know anything about how this machine works yet. Save points. So one of the things they did is they made all of these caves, they gave a lot more reward for exploring these caves. They also made them slightly less abusable, I believe. Area of forest, or map of forest area. I believe, yeah. This time, instead of getting stuck with whatever level you have, you can choose and go up to a level of a special. So level 0 is miserable, but you could do reflect instead if you wanted to. I think we're gonna go with let's do diffusion to break these up. Shotgun, basically. Grenades you also have limited ammo on, which makes this go a lot different. So that one was pretty much the same. That one was not different, but we're gonna see now. This map will show us where all the stuff is. We get different areas where there's signals that we can investigate. Like Area 1 used to be you drive the boss. I believe the ones with little mask symbols on them are the ones that actually have relevant stuff. The other ones are bonus. Oop. That's not what I was trying to do. Remember what this one is. This one's just straight up flamethrower. Just gonna leave it on a basic shot for now. So if we get hit, we don't lose it, like mid-combat or something. A lot more little areas like that where you have to explore with your guy instead of being able to take your tank everywhere. You know, with it. This is probably a less powerful gun than some of the other ones we were using, but as you can see there, it's really easy to abuse for both for removing enemies and for removing blocks. So we'll keep it for now. I can do things like this. I want to see what the highest level gun is while I've got it here. Yeah. The way it looks like it's very similar to the previous one. So, mini boss. We just got the Thunderbreaker. So okay. So Thunderbreaker is one of the other sub-weapons for the tank. So instead of just being able to pick up, you know, items that can be just used a couple times and then they're gone, you now get the ability to basically unlock those items. I believe Thunderbreaker underwater does extra damage and spreads out like that. Otherwise, it's just a bolt of lightning down, I believe. At least that's how it was in the previous one. So they may have added that additional functionality. So that's the boss, or at least it used to be. I think it still is. So we're gonna go up first and see if there's some additional stuff we can do there. Like I said, I believe the red thing, or the red icons there are the ones that have the potential. Oh, I totally missed that. Also just getting my map completion while I'm here. Can't kill that guy yet. So yeah, Wave is super OP. Grinding it up real quick, or finding it real quick is good. The downside with it is, if you get hit, you lose it. And then you're stuck with whatever is next. Okay, let's see what this is. Trappers. This one actually has a health meter. Could be really useful for it since it moves on that grid and has lots of little things to shoot. Fortunately, I've only got one more hit before I'm in trouble. again, wave is great as long as you actually can maintain it. That's the balance with these, with the guns in this. That was rough. Ignition bomb. So we basically get a mine for the tank. Is it for the tank? No? It's a sub-weapon for while you're out of the tank. So I'm gonna hope for a couple gun drops along the way here. Fighting the boss with just this gun sounds miserable, and if I get hit at all, I'm in trouble. Huh. I wonder how you're supposed to get... Oh! There's a broken wall there. That's new. That's neat, actually. Okay. Well, let's see what this version of the boss is like. Oh, there's another room. I'm done. Okay. Looks like it's the same idea. What the hell is that? Some giant mutant? Damned, I guess I gotta do this again. Near the Forest Destroyer, Mother Brain. Oh, it actually reacted differently to the fire. I think it might have had a like weakness to it or something. That's kind of cool. That was a happy accident. Hyper Shot. Same thing as the original. So those guys take one shot now. Offhand, you should be able to see from that menu the fact that main has such a long list there. They added a ton of upgrades. So yeah, this is a much more extensive and robust game. This is basically, it's the same game, it's the game they wanted to make versus the game they could make at the time, is the vibe I get from it. Like, everything that I've seen with it very much honors the original. I mean, when this game was, or when the first Blaster Master was made, the idea of a Metroidvania, what we consider a Metroidvania game, was very new. There were really not very many games that fit this mold at all, and this is, so it kind of came off more as a platformer with those elements to it, because that's really what it was. And this okay. So yeah, but this is a full-on Metroidvania. You can move between worlds with a map. You get to do all your cool stuff. You get to find power-ups and progress using those. In a lot more variety than you did the first time. This is a really cool game. I'm gonna play through the whole thing. I really just wanted to at least get the first one down. Kind of show it off a little bit, talk about it a little bit. It's on Steam now. I highly recommend. If you liked this or my original Blaster Master video, check it out. Play through it. It's worth it. It's a great game. So with that, hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one.